Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Made You Book. My name's Gretchen, and today I just wanted to take a minute to talk about a psalm for the wild built. Now, this is an adorable little story, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. For as small as it is very small. Let's see, less than 150 pages. This packs a major punch, and it really got me thinking about some of life's great questions. So the story follows a tea monk, and their name is sibling Dex. And Dex lived in the city for a very, very long time. And one day they wake up and they have this just overwhelming feeling that they need to get out of the city. And they decide that they are going to become a tea monk. So Dex goes out on this journey. Now, normally in order to be a tea monk, you have to go through an apprenticeship. Dex decides that they are just going to go out on their own and learn how to do this. So the first time that they actually go out to do the job of a tea monk, they kind of meet it with an epic failure. And basically the premise of a tea monk is that you have these monks that will go around and travel from town to town, and basically they will listen to your problems, and they will kind of give you a shoulder to cry on if you need it, and then they will offer you a cup of tea to help soothe or help with your problems. Now, the first time that they go out and do this, like I said, it is not met with much success. But then the story, after kind of like their first failure, the story then fast forwards a little bit. I'm not sure exactly how much time, but you can definitely tell that there has been some time that's passed, and Dex is now more accomplished, and all of the town's residents, for all of the places that he's traveling to, word has got around. Everybody loves the visits from Dex, and they have really found enjoyment in this. However, there's still something missing for Dex, and they're really not sure what that something is. They're really just trying to find their purpose. Now, on one of the trips, they run into a robot. Now, for the robots, the premise behind the robots is basically we had the robots becoming self-aware. So one day, all of these robots were working in the factory. All of a sudden, they become self-aware, and they make a decision that they are no longer going to be the lackeys of the human race, and they put down their tools and they walked out of the factories. They were no longer going to do the bidding of humans, and they walked out into the wild just to find a life that meant more to them. So Dex, on their journey, runs into one of these wild robots, and the robot's name is Mosscap. And Mosscap is such a delightful character. It is it's such a kind and thoughtful, and I'm saying these things about a robot, but their goal is to help a human and to figure out what humans need. And here he has Dex, who is struggling with life's great decisions about what is their purpose, what they should do. And Mosscap is, takes it on as a challenge to help Dex learn what their purpose is. And it is just a beautiful, heartwarming, thoughtful story. And we go from town to town, and then they make a decision that they are going to go visit this old monastery, and they are on their way, and they eventually get to a point where the road ends, and Dex is getting more and more frustrated about finding their purpose, and decides that they are gonna get off of their wagon and they are going to go on foot to help find whatever it is that they are looking for. And the story contains many heartfelt and deep discussions between Dex and Mosscap about what Dex is feeling, where they think that they should be in life versus where they are. And here you have Mosscap that is just giving Dex, I don't want to say it's basic life advice, but it's profound in the sense that there are so many simple things in life that we often struggle with, and sometimes it's the simplest advice that is really what we're looking for. And I just found this story to be such a bright spot in my last week of reading, and it is actually, there's a sequel. I don't know if it's just going to be a duology or if there's going to be more, but I'm actually excited because I just got the email from my library that it's in, so I'm going to go and pick that up tonight. And I really just can't wait to continue this journey, and I hope it follows, I hope it still follows Dex and Mosscap. I love the dynamic between these two characters, and it's such an optimistic book, and I don't really get to read those very often. And I was very surprised that such a small book could have such a large impact on me. And I thought it was just wonderful. And I also will say that me not being a sci-fi reader, I was actually not going to pick this up at all, because anything to do with sci-fi or like the idea of a robot character just kind of made me think, oh my gosh, this might be a little more complicated than I can comprehend as not a typical sci-fi reader. And then I remembered, like, okay, I was able to handle Clara in the Sun by Kazuo Ishiguro, and I thought, nope, don't let that, stand in the way. Give it a chance, and if you think that it's above your head, just stop and move on. And I'm so glad that I did. This is accessible to everyone, and I truly think that we need more books like this. There's so much talk right now going on about AI and how the world is just in trouble, and we have really done so much to put ourselves on this ultimate path of destruction. And it's very scary to think about. And, you just sometimes need a little escape. You need to read something that is positive and is going to warm your heart a little instead of instill additional fear. So I highly recommend this book. Even if you're not a sci-fi reader, I think you're going to get something out of it. And there are so many like little quotable lines from this, And I think that you're really going to hopefully find something important in it, in some type of message. And one of the things, and I don't typically do this very often, but at the beginning, when I read the dedication, I thought, yes, I made a perfect choice with picking up this book, because the dedication simply says, for anyone who could use a break. And that's exactly what this was. It was a little break from reality. It was a nice, beautiful little story that definitely did feel like a warm a warm hug or a warm cup of tea, and I am so glad that I read it. So I'm curious, have you read this book? Is it something that you think that you would get along with? And are you looking forward to any other sequels? So I told you I'm going on my way right now to pick up the second book from this story. Are there any sequels that you're looking forward to getting to read, hopefully before the end of the year? So that's all I have for now, and hopefully I can come back within the next week or so and give an update on the sequel. I have a lot of books to catch up on still, so it might be a while before I get to that one. Although it should be pretty small, maybe I can just knock that one out. But until then, I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.